Hello and welcome to Newsline. I am Elizabeth Omori. Tonight we have a thrilling lineup of stories that will captivate you. We will begin with a fascinating tale of unity from Uyo, the Akwa Ibom state capital, where a community comes together to share meals from the same plates, using the same spoon and drinking from the same cup. This remarkable tradition has an unexpected benefit. You will bring you the story. We also have a heart-wrenching story of quadruplets and their mother who tragically lost their lives. What went wrong? Stay tuned to find out. Now, in a world of beauty, artificial lashes are changing the game, but at what cost? A correspondent investigates the hidden dangers of false lashes. So, let's dive into the news of the day with Ogo Chukwuka. Ogo, what's trending?
A lot is trending, Lizzie. Thank you for joining us. And we begin with this trending one from the federal government, where it says the federal government has converted the Gombe State government-owned General Hospital, Kumo, into a federal medical center. The Kumo Federal Medical Center is the second federal medical institution in the state after the Federal Teaching Hospital in Gombe, the capital. The teaching hospital was initially a medical center before it's being upgraded into a federal teaching hospital. The Kumo Federal Medical Center will serve as a tertiary health hospital and contribute to the training of medical personnel and boost health care service in Gombe State and the Northeast generally. Governor Muhammad Inuwa Yahaya formally requested the takeover of the facility, and President Tinubu approved the request, given the poor maternal and neonatal mortality indices in the northeastern region and other health indicators in Gombe State. The federal government also considered the state government's commitment to improving its health sector, which aligns with the renewed Hope agenda, which has unveiled comprehensive reforms in the health sector. And now the federal government has adopted the Tai Solarin University of Education, TASUD, in Ijagun, Ogun State, as a federal university. Established by the Ogun State government in 2006, TASUD holds the distinguished position as Nigeria's first specialized university of education. It was named after the late Tai Solarin, a revered activist and educationist who founded Mayflower School in Ikene, Remo, Ogun State. As a federal institution, the TASUD will be the first federal government-owned tertiary school in Ogun East Senatorial District. The president says it is an opportunity for the federal government to honor Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who began the revolutionary free education program in Western Nigeria, and Dr. Tai Solarin, who spent most of his life educating Nigerian children and impacting patriotic and leadership lessons in them. He adds that it is also in honor of the Awujale of Ijebuland, who played a critical role in preventing the university's closure in 2012. Just 7 years after its establishment, government spokesman Bayo Onanuga notes that with TASUD's new status, the federal government oversees 3 education universities: Alvan Ikoku Federal University of Education in Owerri and Adeyemi Federal University of Education in Ondo are the country's other 2 universities of education. The federal government has inaugurated an ultra-modern cancer center to tackle the health needs of citizens, scale up research and training, and close brain drain in the health sector. The center has so far treated 207 cancer patients free of charge. Kanayo Okoro reports.
The inauguration of the ultra-modern cancer center at the David Umahi Federal University of Health Sciences, equipped with the state-of-the-art facilities for cancer research, training and patient care, operates with a multidisciplinary team of medical experts. President Bola Tinubu, who was represented by the Minister of Works, explained that his administration will continue to work to strengthen education and revive the health sector to align with international standards and to end medical tourism.
Mr. President would have been very, very excited with state-of-the-art of the equipment in this hospital. He will be happy to see the investment he has made since he came to office in 2023. He has improved a lot.
Every individual deserves access to quality healthcare. We believe that by working together, we can make a meaningful difference in the lives of our people.
The Vice Chancellor of the university, Professor Jesse Uneke, and others say the initiative will rejig the sector and integrate scientific theory and equip students with modern skills as to compete favorably with their peers all over the world. In Abakaliki, Kana Yokoro, NTA News.
The One Ncha, the 10th King Apollos II, has declared his support over federal government's plans to resume oil exploration in Ogoni land. This is as the Presidential Dialogue Committee on Oil Exploration in Ogoni held a town hall meeting to capture the submissions of various communities in Eleme local government area. Ijoma Ugweke has the details.
Over 32 years, the Ogoni oil fields, one of the most lucrative in the Niger Delta, have been lying fallow as a result of conflict. However, the people are beginning to realize that leaving the oil fields untapped does not yield any economic benefit, hence the rethink, as they endorse the recommencement of oil exploration as initiated by the President Bola Tinubu-led administration. The Onenchia X, King Apollos II, while appealing for support of the people to actualize the plans of President Tinubu, whom he describes as open and honest in the ongoing peace talk, is optimistic that this move by the federal government will open the windows of opportunity for international oil companies to resume oil exploration in the area.
In my kingdom, under my leadership and my council, we have to have a say in the development of this nature. And we are the sole contributors of the economies of this country. So therefore, our positions are slated in this memorandum, in this document. We are in opinion that everybody and all traditional rulers, after this sitting, that will go home and engage our people furthermore.
Chairman of the Presidential Dialogue Committee, Professor Dom Baridon, represented, and the co-chairman, Archbishop Ignatius Kati, say with commitment from the people, the recommencement of oil exploration will be mutually beneficial and bring more development to the region.
This contribution will form the backbone for our final position for negotiation, allowing us to address the years of neglect and devastating environmental pollution.
I want to reiterate here that Eleme people should not see themselves to be quite different from Ogoni people.
I am totally stunned by the fact that there are people who know their rights and want to achieve great success.
Different communities took turns to submit their positions, promising to sensitize their people on the need to support the move by the federal government. From Eleme, Ijomu Gweke, NTA News.
Nigeria has the largest mangrove forest in Africa and the third globally, covering approximately 7% of the world's mangrove area. How we can conserve this eco-wealth and strategically link it to climate action in Nigeria is the crux of this report by Jennifer Igwe.
Integrating conservation of nature's natural defense mechanisms into the nation's climate action, adaptation strategies, and community resilience is crucial. This is where mangrove forest comes in.
One tree that captures carbon in larger quantities than other trees.
This seminar with the theme, Intersecting World of Climate Change, Mangrove and Art, is aimed at thinking outside the box as the nation amplifies mangrove conservation and restoration.
The expansion of these mangroves that have protected the Niger's Delta since time immemorial will strengthen more resilient communities, ensuring long-term growth and stability.
Through art, we witness a powerful medium for advocacy, a means to highlight the fragility of our natural ecosystems.
Special guests had sessions with the media where salient issues were raised. Beyond the seminar, An exhibition showing the practicality of using creativity as a channel for awareness on mangrove conservation and climate change is ongoing in Lagos. Jennifer Igwe, NTA News.
The leader, Rivers Ijaw People's Congress, Senator George Sekibo, says the organization stands firm in support of the Supreme Court judgment over the political crisis in Rivers State. He was speaking at a briefing in Port Harcourt, where he noted that the judgment is a critical step towards the restoration of peace and stability in the state. Marian Vincent Oko has details.
This press briefing by the Rivers Ijaw People's Congress is geared towards addressing reactions from some quarters regarding the recent Supreme Court judgment, which restored Speaker Martin Amewule and 26 others as the authentic House of Assembly members, as well as removal of the October 5, 2024 elected local government chairman. Leader of Rivers Ijaw People's Congress, Senator George Sekibo, says their attention has been drawn to inflammatory statements threatening the peace of Rivers State.
It is deeply troubling that certain individuals have resorted to threat of violence and destruction, including targeting vital oil and gas infrastructure in Rivers State and the Wada Niger Delta region. These calls for violence are not only reckless, but are profoundly misguided. It is wanting to disagree with the judicial decision. Still, it is entirely different to resort destructive and unlawful actions that threaten the lives and livelihood of innocent people in the Niger Delta region and Nigeria as a whole.
He further notes that the judgment is not based on ethnic sentiment, stressing that Rivers State is a multi-ethnic state, and congratulated Speaker Martin Amewule and the 26 members for upholding the law.
As law-abiding citizens of Nigeria, the members of RIPCO are committed to safeguarding the peace, stability, and prosperity of our state and country. We will continue to support the federal government's initiative to maintain law and order.
The group urges well-meaning people of Rivers State to remain calm and supportive of the democratic process. In Port Harcourt, Marian Vincent Oko, NTA News.
Catholic bishops have converged on Abuja for its first plenary. Omenka Marachuku reports that message of hope and peace and national coexistence among Nigerians was the thrust of the 2025 Catholic bishops plenary.
The efforts at enhancing the gospel of Jesus Christ have been the major goal of the Catholic bishops in Nigeria, and this year is no different. Here are Catholic bishops using the 2025 plenary section to seek spiritual solutions to the manifold challenges confronting mankind and indeed the Church.
Since our Lord Jesus Christ, Emmanuel, is with us, amidst the storms and the battles of life, we have to fully put our trust in Him and His divine ability to heal an ailing nation like ours.
I urge that we remain steadfast in faith, united in purpose, and committed to building a Nigeria where love, peace, and justice prevail. May this plenary session be a time of divine inspiration and renewed dedication to our collective mission as the body of Christ in Nigeria.
Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, Most Reverend Ignatius Kaigama, in his homily reminded the faithful to use the Lenten season to choose the path of purity and consecration.
If we pray and fast, but continue to hurt others who are vulnerable, our fasting and prayers are meaningless.
With the theme, Jubilee of Hope, a light for Nigeria, the occasion witnessed prayers for coexistence among Nigerians. In Abuja, Omenka Marachuku, NTA News.
And away from that, barely 3 weeks after launching a manhunt for him, operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, have arrested an automobile spare parts dealer over an attempt to export 2 kilograms of cocaine concealed in vehicle propellers to Angola, as large consignments of opioids and related substances were recovered in Abia, Kano, Benue, Osun, and Edo states during the NDLEA raids within the week under review. Sawa Khalil Ibrahim brings us details.
The cocaine consignment, which was scheduled for shipment to Angola, was seized at a logistics company in Lagos. Swift contact were made with Angolan authorities, who in turn arrested the recipient of the illicit drug in Angola, after which the identity of the sender was unraveled and traced to his house in Lagos, where he was attempting to flee in his vehicle. A search of the vehicle led to the recovery of a large quantity of phenacetine, a cutting agent for cocaine, weighing 75.50 kilograms, packed and branded as semolina, was recovered from his house. Meanwhile, NDLEA operatives at the import shed of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, Lagos, have intercepted a cargo of cannabis candies imported from the United Kingdom. All parties involved in the shipment have been arrested. In Kano, a 65-year-old man was nabbed with 19.2 kilograms conch along Gadar Tamburawa Road, while another 60-year-old man was arrested with 212 bottles of codeine-based syrup at Kumbotso Local Government Council area. No fewer than 446,594 pills of tramadol and other opioids, as well as 1,274 bottles of codeine syrup were recovered by NDLEA operatives who raided a house of a 37-year-old female suspect in Abia State. In Abuja, Salwa Khalil Ibrahim, NTA News.
Stakeholders on the platform of the governing All Progressives Congress APC Osun State chapter have advised the incumbent governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke, to be a careful observant of official transactions to avoid falsehoods and unnecessary distortion of truth. The stakeholders were speaking over an anti-graft case involving $20 million Save 1 Million Nigeria Lives World Bank funded program for the health sector in 2019 under Boyega Oyetola's administration, expended for transformation and COVID-19 emergencies. Correspondent Abubakar Akwanga reports.
The bone of contention for the fresh case of allegation of corruption against the government and person of former Governor Boyega Oyetola of Osun State is a $20 million Save 1 Million Nigerian Lives.
We invite the media and the public to peruse the document containing the pictures of facilities and programs executed with the fund to verify our claims of the commitment of the ex-Governor Boyega Oyetola to good governance and transparency.
Rehabilitation and renovation of trauma center, new theater complex, children ward, main laboratory, blood bank building, and surgical ward at the State Specialist Hospital. All these facilities are there for any one of us who cares to see it for validation.
When Governor Oyetola came in as governor in 2018, we visited the Federal Ministry of Health, and they told us clearly that Osun had the worst maternal death case indices in the entire southern Nigeria. And after 2 years, we became one of the leading states that performed very well because we revitalized this primary care center.
Stakeholders said the $20 million which was received in 2019 and domiciled in the Central Bank of Nigeria for exchange rate in equivalent value to Naira was also deployed for the containment of the COVID-19 global pandemic. In Abuja, Abubakar Akwanga, NTA News.
And from the global scene, Ghanaian President John Dramani Mahama has expressed his administration's unwavering commitment to strengthening regional trade by removing all barriers hindering the smooth transportation of goods between his country and Mali. This and more with Frama Panyi on Global Update.
This initiative, the president said, is crucial for fostering economic growth and enhancing bilateral relations between the two West African nations. The president made this declaration during a press briefing after a meeting with Mali's transitional president, General Assimi Goïta, in Bamako. The discussions focused on streamlining trade procedures, eliminating bureaucratic bottlenecks, and enhancing cooperation between the two countries' transport and custom agencies.
We discussed issues of how we can strengthen our defense cooperation in the light of the fight against terrorism.
Meanwhile, General Bryce Oligui Nguema, the strong man of Gabon since the 2023 coup that overthrew the Bongo dynasty, was at the Ministry of Interior to submit his candidacy file for the April 2025 presidential election. Frama Panyi, NTA News.
And now, sports updates with Bade, as he has the trending in the English Premier League and, of course, in the Nigerian Premier League. Bade, you are on.
Many thanks, Ogo. You're very much correct. But let's begin with badminton, as the leadership of the National Sports Commission has once again applauded the good winning mentality of Nigeria's badminton sensation, Eniola Bolaji, who claimed gold for Nigeria at the just concluded 2025 Spanish Para-Badminton International in Vitoria. The African champion recorded a dominant 2-0 victory over Ukrainian counterpart Oksana Kuzina in the women's singles SL3 final. NSA chairman Shehu Diko describes the victory as a testament to Nigeria's rising status in parasports. And straight to football, Plateau United returned to winning ways after a hard-fought 1-0 victory over Abia Warriors on match day 28 of the Nigeria Premier Football League at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in the coast city of Enugu. Enugu Rangers needed a 40th minute penalty converted by Solomon Opako to salvage a point against Akwa United. In Aba, Enyimba got deserved 3 points against El Kanemi Warriors, thanks to Joseph Atule's 29th minute goal to keep the People's Elephants in contention for a top 4 finish. Elsewhere, Kano Pillars lost for the first time in 5 games after falling 2-0 to Kwara United in Ilorin. And from Nigeria to the English Premier League, where Arsenal goalkeeper David Raya denied Manchester United a winning goal with last-minute heroic saves in their 1-0 draw with Arsenal at Old Trafford. Manchester United took the lead in the last minute of the first half through Bruno Fernandes' brilliant free kick, only for Declan Rice to equalize in the 74th minute. At the new White Hart Lane, Tottenham Hotspurs were heading to back-to-back defeats before substitute Son Heung-min converted from the spot to snatch a late 2-2 draw with Bournemouth. The draw keeps Spurs sitting in 13th position, with Bournemouth climbing 1 place to 8th. Meanwhile, at Stamford Bridge, Kokoreya came to Chelsea's rescue with a 60th minute strike to give the Blues the needed 3 points to keep up with champions. And of course, the Champions League push after Cole Palmer had missed a penalty in the first half. And from England to the Spanish La Liga, where we have outings panned out on match day 27. As 10-man Atletico Madrid missed out on moving top of the league after losing 2-1 away to Getafe. However, close rivals Real Madrid boosted their title bid with goals from Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. to see off Rayo Vallecano 2-1 to go joint tops with leaders Barcelona, who have a game in hand. That does it on sports. Let's now return to Ogo.
Thank you, Bade. And now the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has described the late Kabiru Dangogo as a towering figure and a mentor in the public relations industry whose legacies should be emulated by aspiring practitioners, particularly the younger generation. The minister led a delegation to condole the family of the late Kabiru Dangogo in Kaduna, who he described as one of the longest-serving public affairs managers of a financial institution in the country.
Ya Allah marasa lafiyar mu Allah bismillahir rahmanir rahim alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin arrahmanir rahim.
The late Kabiru Dangogo served as Secretary General of African Public Relations Association. He died at the age of 76.
May Allah accept his soul. May also Allah give the family the fortitude to bear this loss. And I call on the younger ones, practitioners in media and public relations, to emulate the good virtues of Kabiru Dangogo. He was really very distinguished.
My father was an amazing person. When it comes to the media work, he's an exceptional person.
And now for a quick look on the weather prospects.
Welcome. Monday is expected to start with a mix of sun and cloud across the north-central cities and the southern region, though cloudiness will increase along the coast. We expect morning thunderstorms over parts of Lagos, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River State. As we head into the afternoon, widespread thunderstorms are expected over most parts of the south, with slim chance over parts of Niger, FCT, Nasarawa, Kogi, and Kwara, while the north will remain dry and sunny with hazy atmosphere throughout the day. The most parts of the north and the north-central city should see highs in the 40s, and with the moisture pushing its way northward, it will drive up the heat index, especially over parts of Oyo, Kwara, Niger, FCT, Nasarawa, Benue, and Taraba State. We urge you to stay hydrated, stay indoors, and wear light clothing. Stay cool and stay safe. I'm Sefia Senginusa. Thank you for watching.
All right, remember to stay dehydrated. Thank you for watching. That's the news segment. We'll now take a break. Elizabeth will be back.